For more than half a century, patients from across town and across the globe have benefited from Duke's unwavering commitment to innovation and excellence in cancer care, education, and research. The state-of-the-art Duke Cancer Center that stands today in the heart of Duke's medical campus is not only a testament of Duke's conviction to heal and find cures for all cancers, but is also a monument to the pioneers who paved the way and the groundbreaking innovators who continue to push the boundaries of cancer research. One of Duke's first cancer pioneers was neurosurgeon and eventual medical school dean Barnes Woodall, who in 1937 put cancer on the map for Duke.
Dr. Woodall really established a brain tumor clinic and was the first really to use chemotherapy, primitive as it was at that time, to treat brain tumors.
By 1947, Duke had established a medical school training program aimed at treating cancers.
To begin such a program in the late 1940s was extraordinarily innovative.
The first major leap for Duke's cancer-fighting efforts came in 1972, when Duke was named just one of 8 comprehensive cancer centers by the Nixon administration.
The Comprehensive Cancer Center designation was helped greatly by the first director, Dr. William Shingleton. Dr. Shingleton had been since 1968 part of the National Cancer Advisory Board.
The first clinical building for cancer was the Morris Building, built with the help of a substantial gift from Edwin and Mary Morris.
This really became the locus of cancer care, both medically, surgically, radiation oncology, so it brought all of those disciplines for the first time into the same building.
In 1974, the Volunteer Citizens Advisory Council was formed to support Duke Cancer leadership by serving as ambassadors and advocates. The group was key to Duke's evolution to providing cancer care as it should be. In 1987, philanthropy fueled the launching of the Duke Cancer Patient Support Program, established with a gift from Rachel and Saul Schanberg.
This is so important because at the time there were limited psychosocial support services to help families facing cancer here at Duke as well as elsewhere in the country.
Also in 1987, the Shingleton Society was established, as well as the Shingleton Award, Duke Cancer's highest volunteer honor, as a tribute to Dr. Shingleton. It recognizes individuals who helped to sustain Duke Cancer's devotion to excellence. In 1994, thanks in large part to philanthropy, Duke began a busy period of expansion and built the Levine Science Research Center and Medical Sciences Research Building No. 1. Breast and ovarian cancer research took a major leap forward in 1994 and 1995 with the work of Duke researchers who helped to discover genetic mutations in the BRCA1 and BRCA2 genes.
Now that we can identify women with these mutations, they can undergo more frequent screenings with the goal of detecting these cancers before they've spread and while they're still in a highly curable phase.
In the late 1990s, Duke became one of the first cancer centers in the world to use discarded umbilical cord blood for adult bone marrow transplants in cancer patients. And in 1996, Duke created the Carolinas Cord Blood Bank, one of the first public cord blood banks in the nation.
And it's so important because that provides a source of stem cells for transplantation.
The dawning of the new millennium saw a new generation of cancer care at Duke. In 2005, the Duke Comprehensive Cancer Center established the Preston Robert Tisch Brain Tumor Center. It was made possible by a transformative gift from the Tisch family out of gratefulness for the care that Preston Robert Tisch had received at Duke.
The philanthropic funds has enabled us to become the largest brain tumor center in terms of patients seen each year in the country.
The wealth of brain tumor information gathered from the large number of patients helps the center's researchers bring their work more quickly into clinical trials. With increased awareness of the impact of the environment on human health, in 2008, with a gift from Alice and Fred Standback, Duke launched a collaborative partnership between the Nicholas School of the Environment, Duke Law School, and the Duke Comprehensive Cancer Center.
It's critical to study the environment as it relates to human health and particularly cancer, because we now understand that where people live and how they live affects not only their risk for getting disease, but also their outcomes once they're diagnosed with disease.
In 2010, Duke created the first of its kind Duke Cancer Institute to promote collaborations between individuals involved with every aspect of patient care, research, and education. Dr. Michael Kasten was named executive director.
It was created to break down the typical silos of the different departments and the different disciplines to create a new model of how research and patient care can be integrated in a seamless fashion.
Then, in February 2012, the new state-of-the-art Cancer Center building opened and transformed the way Duke was able to deliver patient care.
So patient care is now delivered in a multidisciplinary way, in a team fashion. So if you have breast cancer, you go to the second floor of the Duke Cancer Center and you see all the specialists in one spot.
In 2009 and 2012, oncologist Kim Blackwell and her Duke team developed two game-changing therapies to treat metastatic breast cancer, lapatinib and TDM1.
So these drugs were very important at the time because they represented ways of treating breast cancer that did not involve chemotherapy. Therefore, women were able to get treatment for their metastatic breast cancer at the same time not having to suffer the effects of traditional chemotherapy.
In 2013, Time named Blackwell one of its 100 most influential people in the world for her pioneering work. In 2014, Duke researcher Hai Yan, working with scientists in China, made a groundbreaking discovery by identifying a genetic mutation that plays a role in the development of the brain cancer called brainstem glioma. This breakthrough had immediate clinical applications in glioma classification by the World Health Organization, as it provides targets for potential new drug development to treat these deadly childhood and young adult brain tumors. Then, in 2015, breast surgeon Shelley Wong also was named a Time 100 most influential people in the world. She is internationally known for her work and advocacy for active surveillance versus treatment for ductal carcinoma in situ, a precancerous condition.
If we could identify those women who really may never need to be treated for these conditions their whole lives, we can really reduce the morbidity of our interventions and make them that much more effective in treating real cancers, the kind that would likely impact patient mortality.
The Duke Cancer Institute made international headlines in 2015 when it announced that an altered polio virus developed by Duke researcher Matthias Gromeyer was showing benefits for a significant percentage of patients suffering from one of the most deadly forms of brain tumors.
This is the most encouraging thing I've ever seen in my 50-year career in treating brain tumors.
So after 15 years of developing this virus, it has led to a potential transformation in how we'll be able to treat one of the worst cancers that humans can get, which is glioblastoma, or an advanced stage of brain tumor.
Early success with the modified polio virus has led Duke to studying how this innovative approach might be used to treat other cancers.
We are given the opportunity to do new things like this, and we have all the infrastructure to carry out these sort of groundbreaking clinical trials.
2015 also saw Duke's Paul Modric share the Nobel Prize in Chemistry for his work mapping how cells repair damaged DNA and safeguard the genetic information. This work has provided fundamental knowledge and is being used for the development of new cancer treatments. As new treatments are allowing longer survival for cancer patients, the Duke Cancer Institute launched the Center for Cancer Survivorship in 2015.
So the Center for Cancer Survivorship helps us to take care of patients and their family members beyond their cancer.
Then, in 2016, President Barack Obama announced that Vice President Joe Biden was spearheading what would be called the Cancer Moonshot to expedite discovery, get innovative treatments to patients faster, and above all, find cures for the many cancers that impact the lives of people across the world. The Duke Cancer Institute, with its long, storied history of success, was an obvious stop for Biden as he promoted the program.
The fact that the Duke Cancer Institute was created to break down barriers, to stimulate collaboration, to seamlessly translate basic science discoveries into the clinic, it was a natural choice for the Vice President and his team to choose Duke as one of the first places to visit after the announcement of the moonshot.
What lies ahead for the Duke Cancer Institute is the promise of more groundbreaking discoveries and treatments by its passionate world-class doctors, researchers, and caregivers who are driven to give patients the most advanced and compassionate care possible. Just like past and present successes, future milestones at the Duke Cancer Institute will be influenced by the generosity of friends whose financial gifts play a pivotal role in allowing Duke to run with innovative ideas that could open new frontiers of cancer treatment.
Philanthropy is important for everything that we do at the Duke Cancer Institute. Philanthropy not only leads to the beautiful structures like the Duke Cancer Center, but also leads to the novel types of research that we do that transform how we take care of patients.